I was 13 when I first realized my dreams were more than dreams. It started with small, strange coincidences. One night, I dreamed that my mother would drop a glass of water while laughing at something on TV. The next day it happened, exactly as I had seen it. I brushed it off as déjà vu. But then came another one. I dreamed of a dog barking frantically outside our house at midnight. 2 nights later, the same dog appeared, barking like it had gone mad, staring straight at my window. By the time I was 16, it was undeniable. My dreams weren't just random thoughts. They were previews, glimpses of the future, a surprise math quiz, a classmate getting expelled, my cousin's car accident. I had seen all of it in my sleep. It terrified me, but it also gave me a strange sense of power. I thought I could control it. I thought maybe I was special. But the dreams began to change. They grew darker. One night, I dreamed about a fire breaking out at a friend's house. I warned him the next morning. He laughed it off. A week later, faulty wiring in his kitchen burned half the house down. After that, people stopped laughing. Then I tried to interfere. Once, I saw a dream where my uncle slipped and broke his arm. I called him that morning and begged him to stay home. He listened. He stayed in, didn't leave the house. That night, he slipped in his own bathroom and shattered his shoulder. That's when I understood the dream always finds a way. It doesn't care how. It just happens. No matter what I did to stop them, the dreams always came true. I tried to use them for good, but even my good intentions turned into horror. I saved a girl from walking into traffic once, only for her to be killed in a hit-and-run a week later. It's like fate was correcting itself violently. I started to fear sleep. I fought it for days at a time, staying up with energy drinks and cold showers. But it always came for me. And every dream etched itself into reality, like a prophecy written in blood. That's when it stopped being a gift and became a curse. I couldn't escape. The dream came like all the others. Quiet, cold, and vivid. I was lying face down in my hallway, my arms limp, my legs twisted unnaturally. My phone was buzzing just inches from my hand, but I wasn't moving. Blood pooled beneath my cheek. I could feel it, warm and thick. I was aware, conscious, but I couldn't move. I was dead, and yet I was still watching. Then I saw it. At the far end of the hallway, past the toppled coat rack and the flickering ceiling light, stood a tall, faceless figure. Its body was draped in something dark, fabric or shadow. I couldn't tell. It had no eyes, no mouth, not even a nose. Just smooth, pale skin where a face should be. But somehow, I knew it was looking straight at me. It didn't speak. It didn't move. It just watched. I woke up gasping for air, drenched in sweat. My heart was pounding so hard, I thought I might actually die right there in bed. I sat up and stared into the hallway, half expecting to see the shadow still standing there. But it was empty. I told myself it was just a nightmare, just fear feeding itself. But then I noticed the plant. In the dream, it had been knocked over near the front door. I got up and looked, and there it was lying on its side in real life. Soil spilled onto the floor, exactly as I'd seen. That was the first sign. Then came the others. A crack in the hallway wall I'd never noticed before, appearing just like it had in the dream. A bulb that began to flicker at the same moment I had seen it flicker. And my phone buzzed with a call from my boss, same as in the dream, same ringtone, same words. "Hey, I've been trying to reach you. Are you okay?" It wasn't just a nightmare. It was a preview. And this time, I wasn't seeing someone else's accident or misfortune. I was seeing my own end. And that thing, the faceless watcher, it wasn't just part of the dream. It felt real, intentional, as if it was waiting for me, as if I wasn't just going to die. I was going to be watched while it happened. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I barely left my apartment. Every sound made me jump. Every shadow felt like it was watching. I kept the lights on in every room, checked the locks again and again, but nothing helped. The dream was too vivid, too real. I wasn't just afraid of death. I was afraid of when it would happen, and worse, of who or what would be there when it did. I tried to be smart. I told myself if I could predict the pattern, maybe I could break it. I mapped out every dream from the past 3 years, comparing what I saw to what actually happened. I saw how some details changed slightly, but the ending never did. Whether I tried to prevent them or not, the outcome always found a way to match the dream. So I did something I had never done before. I told someone. I called my childhood friend Mia, the only person who knew about my dreams, even a little. I told her everything. She didn't laugh. She didn't even hesitate. She just said, "Don't go back to that house." So I didn't. I stayed at her place that night, but I couldn't relax. I kept checking my phone. The time from the dream ticked closer. 3:17 a.m. I remembered it clearly. The moment my body stopped moving in the hallway, I waited it out, eyes fixed on the clock. 3:17 came, then passed. Nothing happened. I laughed. I cried. I thought I had beaten it. Then Mia screamed. She pointed behind me. I turned and saw my coat rack. My coat rack. Her hallway wasn't supposed to have one. But there it was, my coat rack knocked over. The flickering hallway light buzzed overhead. I stumbled back in horror, realizing the terrible truth. I never left. I was still in the dream. And then I felt the temperature drop. Everything went silent, the kind of silence that hums in your ears and squeezes your chest. I turned slowly, every nerve in my body screaming, and there it was, the faceless figure, standing just inches away. No eyes, no expression, just the unbearable weight of its stare. I screamed, but no sound came. The last thing I felt was its breath, cold and hollow, on my skin. And then, darkness sometimes, knowing the future is not a blessing but a curse, because fate cannot be changed, only faced. Trying to escape what's meant to happen can trap you deeper in the nightmare. The real horror lies not in death itself, but in the helplessness of being watched as it unfolds.